Hi friends, it's Amy. I am just coming at you. I'm coming to you today with a bad connection. But this is the Optimal Life review. Optimal Life, How to Create an Optimal Life Book Challenge review, element number 14, day number 14. And the topic for, the whole month is how to create an optimally healthy life, how to eat well, how to move well, how to think well, how to be well, how to manage time well, how to do all the things well for life. That's a tall order, right? And become the dominant force of your time, your money, your behaviors, right? Your food choices. Be in the driver's seat of your own life. So that's the whole goal. And with element 14, element 14 is about transitioning. And when I'm working with friends and clients, we're always beginning with the end in mind. What do we want to be? What do we want to be like and do like and have for our optimal life, so that we can create the steps to get there? If element 14 is about transitioning, if part of what you want for your healthy lifestyle, if part of what you want is a healthy weight, and you've been losing weight and you've arrived there at your healthy weight and you're thrilled, but you want to never find it again, right? That's part of the Well-Being for Life plan. Once we get lean and mean, we don't want to ever go back. So there's a period of time where you will be, while you're losing weight, you may have done things differently than you've ever done before. Maybe you don't have all the skill sets that you need. Maybe you don't have, if you have been a dieter in the past, like myself, a serial dieter, and pun intended, a serial dieter like myself, and not known how to do healthy hydration and nutrition consistently, or manage emotions or time properly in order to do the things I needed to do to sustain my healthy weight. Until I mastered those things, I ended up going on and off of restrictive diets. And I don't know about you, but a diet that restricts me, diets actually work if you do them right. If you do them right, they'll work and you'll lose the weight. But the scariest part about a diet is what happens after the diet. It's not necessarily doing it and losing the weight. Many people, raise your hand, have been experts at losing weight. I don't know how much weight I've lost and then found again over the years. But the worst part is after, you have this after where you still don't know what to do, and you're still in anxiety about how am I going to actually continue to do these healthy habits consistently. I've only mastered how to do them for a short period of time. So there's this transition place that's super, super, super important. As you still have your training wheels on, you're pulling one off and then you're pulling off the other. And when you're riding a bike, you don't let your parent just doesn't let go of you completely until he's sure that you've got your balance. So element 14 is about transition. And that's what I find the most important part, is in a transition from really learning the habits of health that sustain your goals. Let's say you got to your goal weight, learning to new skill sets. The transition piece is the most important piece. It can be the most scary piece when you start to do changes in your diet or your nutritional strategy. Rather, it's scary because you don't know if you can actually sustain this thing. So I understand. I completely get it. So actually, the hardest part is thinking too far ahead, thinking too far ahead at what you feel like you can't do, and thinking about past failures, and keep bringing your past failures into your future and causing too much stress for yourself. So during that transition time where you're trying to really now learn how to sustain this new healthy weight, it's essential that, number one, you have connection. You have a coach. Your mom or dad's hanging onto the back of the bike seat, right? They're there. They're there in the background to help you as you learn to balance on and get through the potholes yourself. So having that one person, to the mentor, the coach, the partner, to help you through the ups and downs of really taking the training wheels off. So that's number one in transition in element 14 that we talk about, is staying connected with someone that can help you, who's been through that transition, that scary time before, and who has done it successfully and continued to consistently live live the life they love and in the body they love, and maybe at the size or weight they love, but most importantly with the emotional resiliency and with new time management skills and shopping cart skills and understanding about food and nutrition and hydration, all the things. So make sure to have that partner. Number 2, know your total energy expenditure. Tell you what, if you don't know it's your height, it's your weight, it's your activity level. What is my total energy expenditure? Do I need 3,000, 4,000 calories a day, or do I need only 1,200 calories a day? What is it? If you don't know, you can't. If you don't know, you're going to set yourself up for failure, because you need to be responsible. What I have found is I needed to learn to be responsible, or what I call responsible, for my nutritional strategy based on my total energy expenditure. And that goes up and down and it changes. There are some times during the year where I'm more active, I'm more expending more energy. There's times where I'm not. There's times where I'm injured or I can't do the movement or expend more energy like I used to. So, life, how do we ebb and flow with that? So what is the energy expenditure? How do you calculate it? How do you keep track of it? How do you monitor it? So that you can keep your balance, so to speak, and you don't need to put those training wheels back on. So that's a great analogy that I love, is know that total energy expenditure and be responsible for it, not feel like it's a prison or a restriction where deprivation is always, diet can stand for deprivation, is always on my mind, essentially. And if we switch that to responsibility for my energy expenditure in that transition, and making sure that you know what kinds of foods to add, what kinds of foods to eat when, know about your glycemic loads, know about your low glycemic foods and your high glycemic foods, and how to balance those properly throughout the day, so you don't end up putting more energy into fat storage. So knowing how that hormonal balance works is really important. So knowing that, and then sticking with the skill sets and have people to help hold you accountable to continuing consistently those skill sets that you've learned to get at your goal. So those are some tips for me. And if you don't have someone that can hold on to the back of the bike for you while you get your training wheels off, if you're in trepidation about it, maybe you're using weight loss medications right now and you're scared to death because you still don't feel like you know what you're doing on the other side of that, or you don't have the support that you need, or you're not quite sure how to navigate what are my nutritional needs, how much protein do I need, how much fat, how much carbohydrate do I need, what are my nutritional requirements. Just raise your hand. I'm here to help. I'm happy to be of service to you in any way, whatever it is that your concern is, and to be a cheerleader as well as an accountability buddy. We've got community support groups Monday nights. We have them Wednesdays. We have them every morning at 9. We have them every night at 8 p.m. So there's all kinds of support and accountability buddies out there that are just waiting on you. So raise your hand. Let us know that you need a little bit of support and guidance, and maybe a little structure and strategy, safely and sustainably and predictably. We can help you to create that life that you love in a body that you love, and knowing that I come from a place of complete lack of emotional agility, emotional resiliency, and learning how to master. And like today, I took the craving workshop that I was touting all weekend, for the last couple weeks. I took the cravings to clarity workshop. It was phenomenal, and learning what are the emotional components that drive the behaviors that I was unaware of is a really big deal, and bigger than you ever know. And that emotional eating has always been my thing. Knowing that there are different types of it, and how to be aware of it, and how to put the steps in place, especially in a transition after you've achieved a healthy weight. The only way to stop a diet mindset is to learn to live it, and that live it strategy, or that live it that live it mindset is really hard to get in a diet culture. So that's what we're about. That's what we're doing. That's what we're teaching. That's what we're learning to live healthy lifestyles and learning to love it and do it very, very consistently, so that there is no more transition, that there's no more dieting, that there's only a learning to live it once and for all. So that's what we're about. And so I'm inviting you to just stay connected and get connected. Dive into anything that I put out there, and let me know what you need specifically. Tonight is actually about body composition. Our workshop or health class is about body composition, and we're talking about the importance of knowing what our muscle mass is, what our body fat is, what our water weight, our body weight, not only just our weight, but our water weight, right? Muscle mass, and bone density, all the things. They're so important to know what is the composition of what I have going on. And when you know what the composition is, then you can actually measure it. And if you can't measure it, you can't monitor it. If you can't monitor it, you can't know if you're getting better at it. So all the greatest athletes, professional athletes, they know their stats. They know exactly what's happening. They know when. They know how many times and how many hits and how many holes and how many swings or whatever, right? They know their stats. We have to know our health stats as well. We have to know our composition so that we can actually monitor that and make a change and feel really good about it. And the more we monitor, the better results that we get. So you're welcome tonight at 7 Central, and just in a few minutes here at 6 p.m. we're having a community support call, and 7 p.m. Central we have our body composition health class. So let me know if you're interested, and I'm happy to shoot you the links. Have a wonderful day. Be healthy and wealthy. Stay safe, sane, and be well. Bye.